Welcome to Mindless Shenanigans, where the takes are hot, the jokes are wild, and nothing is off limits. Quick disclaimer: everything you hear is strictly opinion, personal perspective, or just flat out nonsense. We do not condone violence or violence behavior. Don't come for us. This is for entertainment purposes only, not facts, not legal advice, and definitely not safe for any sensitive ears. So buckle up and let the shenanigans begin.
Welcome to another episode of Mindless Shenanigans. I am Sir Don. We back at it again. All right. Before we get started, make sure you look at the top of the screen. Follow us, Mindless Shenanigans, on all your favorite platforms. All right. Instagram, Threads, YouTube. Like and subscribe, share. All right. TikTok. All right. Facebook. Go ahead, hit the button. All right. Link in the description. Find us everywhere so you don't miss none of the shenanigans. All right. Stay tuned. It's always locked in, having fun. All right. Now, last time we was here, we talked about the cost of your attention. The cost of it, right? Your attention is currency to the internet. All right. Your attention is valuable. Your time is valuable. You can't get it back. Let's make sure we use it wisely and valuable. Let's not try to doom scroll, because you're not gonna miss too much. Somebody gonna share, somebody gonna talk about it, somebody gonna sit in the group text. All right. Remember, outrage spreads faster than the truth online. All week, look what's been going on. Okay. Just here in my city, Mars at a lockdown, the power outage, and kids still inside. Or, they can't communicate with the school. The school can't communicate with the parents. Right? Where the safety at? Where's the outrage and the truth to that? Are we doing what's necessary to keep people informed on what they need to know? Or are we just causing chaos? Right? Ignoring things, just like you ignore people that walk past you, you ignore some sounds, you act oblivious to it. You gotta react. You don't have to react. Excuse me. You don't have to react. Okay? It's worth your time. The strongest move to do online is to either obviously not engage with it, right? Don't click on it, just scroll right past it, right? Because does it deserve your reaction? Does it deserve your engagement, your time and attention? Okay? That's what we really want to know. The most valuable resource online is attention when it comes to anything digital. When it comes to anything digital, your attention is the most valuable resource. Why? How many companies are targeting your attention? Why do you think algorithms manipulate what you see on the feed for your attention? It's not always bad. It's not always negative, right? You can make it to what you want to be. Yes, influencers do monetize from it, right? But who controls your attention? You or the system? That's what we're going to talk about on today. Welcome to Mindless Shenanigans. If your attention is the currency in the digital world, the economics means the internet, your attention is going to push it, keeps it flowing. Every post, every engagement, every like, every share, right, pushes the internet. Keep going. Doesn't matter what the content is. As long as we're using it, we're pushing, right? It's going to flow, right? What comes out of it is what we react, obviously what we put out there, the things that we do, things that go viral, right? More intention, obviously, it's more clicks, more engagements, more ads, right? And those aren't unnecessary bad things. Ads do generate revenue for businesses, right? Content creators do monetize, right? So, yes, it's not a bad thing, but is your attention being wasted on what's being on there? Is your time being wasted? Why is your information being collected because of your engagement? The system rewards the content that creates chaos. I'm not even going to say chaos. It rewards reactions. Anything that triggers a reaction, the algorithm will reward, right? So some people can say, you need to get your content up, you need to do better. Yes, it could be because of audio, it could be because of the sound, or it could just be the context of what somebody's putting out there, period. So you're not getting a reaction. Does that mean people are just not engaging with it? Is it not good? What is it? It's not always the truth, but maybe that's what the system wanted us to look at. That's what the system wanted to show. When you wake up, what is the most thing that you remember from your feed that's going to last with you the first time, first 10 scrolls? What's the most triggering thing? All right, now is it triggering some positive? All right, it can make you happy, sad, right, motivated. One needs to get a reaction, period. It's not always negative. That's not what it's about neither. But chaos and distraction does take away from your time, which the algorithm can push. So keep that in mind too. Keep that in mind, because remember, outrage spreads faster than the truth, but make sure you can dissect and use your own discernment, right? Regardless of the content. Yes, we got AI out here, right? Manipulate things, people see stuff. Don't get outraged by it. Make sure you control your attention. Nobody else. But people mainly get online and think it's always negative, and it's not. And it's not. There's a whole bunch of other side where you can go and make you feel a whole bunch of stuff that's better. That's why look at who you follow. Look at what you're engaging with. What are you resharing? What are you posting? That can all make a difference into how you feel. What you look at. Your social media diet. Your social media diet. What are you digesting? What is filling you up? Make sure you get that. You got to get to it. You starving every day anyway for something, and it's not necessarily got to be food. How many of us want to strive to be better every day? Just a little bit than before the day. We want to be better today and tomorrow. than we were yesterday. I'm trying. Easier said than done, but I'm trying. But don't forget, when you look at something, step back, pause, and react. Step back, pause, and react. Look at it again, listen to it again. Take your time. Don't rush. Maybe I'm a dog. Maybe I'm a mutt. No, for real. Let me get back to it. Get back to it. Make sure at the top of the screen you go ahead and follow Mindless Shenaniganz everywhere. All right, on all your favorite platforms. All right, you can find my personal page as well. It Slims in the bios of every one of our pages. Make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. All right, bring you funny, mindless moments, wild takes. All right, we here to enjoy and laugh, have a good time. You know, hope the algorithm does push this your way. You know, a little bit. Ask yourself this: why do you think more people engage with the chaos and the shenanigans online than they do with the other things? Why do you think they engage with those things? Regardless of what's in front of you, it's your choice to engage with it, to like it, to share and comment. Why do you think are they doing that? That's what I want to know. Is it a distraction? Are they bringing awareness? A whole feed of chaos just coming down the pipe. How many of y'all see people post a celebration of somebody post their loved one, like maybe kids' first day or some things like that? Now, remember, you're not entitled or forced to like or share anybody else's content, but why of certain contexts of contents that you will share that another person has that can either start arguments, chaos, and confusion, rather than togetherness, enjoyment, or excitement. Now, yeah, some things are funny, you know, and some things are just wild out here, right? But when we share, especially misinformation about things regarding somebody's well-being, health, we haven't done our facts check, or we're unsure, or commenting and saying things, could be a lot of things could be at risk. How many people done sent you something, right? And you had to go back and forth with them in text message because you like, it's either fake, nonsense, or a waste of your time. But you respond anyway. Don't fall into the distraction trap. Last week, we talked about how your phone is always dinging off and you're getting a whole bunch of notifications, right? Whether it be social media, which is cool, whether it be, it could be your calendar app, it could be businesses. If you got that going on, communication, text messages, right? Your shopping apps remind you to coming back. Your cart is, you ain't finished checking out, right? If you got a news app, if you following the local stuff that's going on in your neighborhood for safety reasons, for sure, as you should be aware. A lot of madness out here. Be warm, but why aren't we sharing when people adopt the blocks? Why aren't we sharing the news where there are giveaways and drives of these small businesses to either unfortunate people, local people, or that's open to the public, and period? Why aren't we showing that? Why aren't we showing the history about from where we came from to where we are going? We got to do better. How many posts are online just to create the comments, the comment wars, just to have people reacting in the comments? How many posts are out there like that, just triggering people? Whole bunch of people on there just reacting and just saying mad stuff, going crazy, right? And you can say, well, depending on the topic of what it is, but is it actually productive to the people and to how much time we're putting into the conversations we could be having? Me, myself, I got to do better as well. You going back and forth with somebody that you might not even know, and it's not even a productive conversation. Y'all going back and forth. We're exhausted. Now you don't even want to look at your phone. Now you waiting for somebody to respond. Now you scrolling through the comments, not to either get a laugh or just to find something new. You want to see somebody go against what you say or how you feel, just so you can react and comment to somebody else stuff. Be mad about it. And then show somebody, look what they saying on here. Talking crazy. And that's cool. But sometimes don't bring that energy over here. I might not even need that today. I might not even need that today. Just go ahead and hit the Heisman on them. Just, you feel what I'm saying? Hit the Heisman on them, because you got to protect your peace. You got to protect your peace. You have to do what's going to always make sure you're all right up here. You have to. You have no choice. If you don't, you can easily be manipulated. And that's easy to fall into. Me, myself, if you let somebody, again, because it's not always gaslighting, if you allow somebody to get you worked up and give them that power, triggering yourself, don't create your own outrage. Let it be. Just be, let it be. Easier said than done. Easier said than done. But that's why you got to find ways to get your attention back. You got to be aware of when your time and your attention is being misplaced, undervalued. Because if you don't, you're the one that's going to lose out. Not nobody else. Just don't forget to hit the button. Now, don't get it twisted. Certain creators understand the system in a very well way. Understand the system. A lot of creators are great at content creating. Sure. Not manipulating the algorithm, but some of them do intentionally create rage bait. Especially if you have the influence to create controversy with fake drama, right? You got a polarizing opinion, right? You can get people to come to you, right, and stir up stuff. Again, sometimes it's not about being right. It's about being first. How many people want to be first instead of right? Instead of taking their time to actually find out the context of the whole situation, getting it out there. Yes, everything may not be out there all at once. You may be speaking on sometimes of the information that's given out there. Sometimes jumping ahead too far can lead to bad things when it comes to releasing information. Knowing when you have the influence to manipulate people, cause chaos and confusion. The spread of information can be tough. Those who carry that weight, yeah, good luck with that. But why though? Is it really worth it? If you can gain attention to gain influence, well, if attention converts money into money, it can also turn into influence, right? Give you opportunity. Isn't that what some platforms want? Can't that be the narrative? Right? While some of the things that are gate kept, right, by certain platforms when it comes to information being out there. Why they want their algorithm to look a certain way. They want your attention because that is the currency. That is what drives the digital economics. Currency. Your attention. You can control your attention. You can control your mental. Your mental health is important. Because your attention is wealth. Just like they say, health is wealth. So is what you give your attention to, what you give your time to. And not just online. Right? The things that we dedicate ourselves to and find to make a priority can either build us up or break us down. What are the things that I can say I know could be improved on is basically reacting to everything. Reacting to everything does show a sign of weakness. Not being out here. Discipline beats outrage. The calmer you are, the more you think it's going to give you a better long-term advantage in the long run. There's no reason that you can't react, but have a controlled reaction. You know what I'm saying? I mentioned it earlier. Somebody in the group chat blowing it up with something going on the internet. And then now the group chat going ding, 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 back and forth. Now you got to check your phone because now it's going off because of the group chat. You want to see what they saying. You got to scroll up 50, 60 messages just to see what's going on. Are you going to silence it? Join in on the debate? Or what? I remember so many times that we'd go back and forth about it, about something stupid. All right, yeah, it might be maybe about a sports topic or, who was better than who, but a lot of them times, them group messages, chats be taking up a lot of your time, especially if you ain't going back and forth in it in the moment. Like, for real, I'm just sitting here thinking about it. Like, group chats used to be wild. dinging all day. Some of y'all that's in relationships and group chats be going off at night. Y'all be in trouble. In trouble. But just even looking at strangers argue online, right? Like, it's cool to get other people's perspective and attention, perspective and opinion on different things, because one of the reasons that the platform is to see other people's perspective and opinion. We want to, right? So yes, technology does have advantages, so does these platforms. Are we taking advantage of them the right way? And that's what matters. Are we taking advantage of them the right way? Because most people might not even realize that they're participating in the attention economy, meaning they're giving so much, they're feeding so much into the scrolling, the notifications, everything of such. They don't even know that your value can be up based on your attention to the digital world. How much is in your bank you willing to spend every day of your time and attention to things with no return on your investment? What is your social media diet? That's what I want to know. That you were just giving away your most valuable asset? Would you continue to do it? Ask yourself that. Because you participate in the economy every day when you spend the money, buying groceries, right? Paying bills, responsibility, things like that, right? Because we have to, or choose to, not to participate in society to survive or be a part of, or your contribution, however you want to word it, play it. But it's a choice to participate in the digital economics with your attention. You can take that back. You can keep that in the reserve, your own bank. It don't necessarily mean you don't have to go shopping. Take a peek, peek, peek every now and then, get on there. So let's take back your attention, let's take back your time. How do you gain control? How do you take back your time? It starts with your mindset, a practical mindset. What deserves your energy, right? What's going to best, what is the best reason for you to respond? Okay, so if your response, you might say, well, you can't help how somebody chooses to respond to you, but you can always influence it. Be quiet. Sometimes silence is necessary. There's nothing wrong with it. A lot of you can't deal or function when there's not chaos around you. Some of us thrive in chaos. Not elevate, some of us thrive in chaos. We have to have something going on around us to be functional, to be part of something crazy or something chaotic. Sometimes just sit still. Be quiet. Let it all go. Do that. Because remember last time I said, pause. Excuse me. Last week I said pause. Walk away. Take that deep breath. Okay. Also, it wasn't until now, right, where I start to realize why some people do have their phone on do not disturb. Because you want to limit some of those distractions. Now, there's different features on your phone where you can, maybe change the focus, right? I'm not saying cut off all your notifications, but limiting certain ones that are distraction or some that Hey, while you at work, set these notifications off, a certain timer, right? You want to lower your screen time, not to where you're off your phone or not looking at your screen. We want to make that time just more effective. Have an effective use of screen time. You're gonna be on there 20 hours. Hey, I hope let's make some money. You're on the phone that much. So yes, silence some of your unnecessary notifications. Right. Put that focus on. You gotta put it on D&D at work. That's cool. Understand that. Right. Another way, limit your control. Take back your attention. Sorry, not limit your control because you have all the control. You want to take back all your attention, all your time. Limit limit the content that causes outrage. The stuff that causes outrage, if you see it, if you know it's gonna trigger you, especially if it has a trigger warning on you, scroll right past it. All right, make sure you can see you don't want to see that no more. Right, across your feed, across that type of content, because that can trigger you. And if you're aware of those things, you need to start making sure you can police yourself. Be your own op out here. Catch yourself slipping. Okay, be your own op out here. You're the only one that can really stop you. Other people may influence things, but you can only stop you for real. Be your own op. Catch yourself slipping. Try to focus your attention intentionally on things that you find productive. You enjoy reading, being outside, take care of that. Weather changing, go do that, take a walk. Right? Get with your family. You enjoy cooking, cook a little bit more. Put a little bit more music in the background while you cleaning. Right? You might say something, well, I do that every weekend. Well, you might need to play music while doing something else productive. Straighten out that closet a little bit. All right, then when you're done with that, it's something else you can get rid of them clothes. Right? I'm not saying you can't check it, not be on it, but take back your time, make it more efficient to you, to how you feel. So your reactions, not to just what you see, but how you feel overall, is way much better, way much more lighter. That weight and all that, those things that we pick up online could be super heavy. We don't want or need any of those. I don't want you to have those either. Attention becomes a decision instead of reflex for us, those who know how to let it go. Right? For those who want to sit right by you in plain sight and we don't have no idea who we are. The real flex is being in the room, nobody know who you are, and fitting right in. Not because you're shy, not because you can't hold a conversation or you don't enjoy people's company. It's because you don't desire it. A lot of us are doing things online for attention. Crying wolf. Right? Flexing the wrong way to get attention online. It's crazy. It's a cold world how we give attention to the wrong things and to the wrong people and then wonder why it looks the way it does. Choose what deserves your reaction. Make sure your reaction is worth your time. Claim your time back. Unplug. Not your charger, because when your phone dies, don't tell people that I told you just unplug your phone. I'm saying unplug from the digital world. I'm saying let some of that go. Change what you engage with. What you see can determine how you feel. How you feel determine how you move out here. How you move can determine your day. How do you want your day to be? What do you want to stick on your mind about what you saw on your screen? Was it because it was forced through you or because you chose to engage with it? And it might not have been that one or two particular posts. It might have been those 20 or 30, 40 posts prior that led you here. That's why y'all say, how did you get to this side of the algorithm? So I'll be wondering, because some of that stuff, or reclaim your time back. It's yours. Spend it the right way. Don't let the system rob you. I am Sir Don. This is Mindless Shenanigans.
That's a wrap on this episode of Mindless Shenanigans. We appreciate you tapping in and vibing with us. If you laughed, learned, or yelled at your screen at any point, go ahead and follow us everywhere. We're on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, all of it. Just search Mindless Shenanigans. Don't forget to subscribe, rate the show, and share it with someone who needs the shenanigans in their life. New episodes dropping weekly. Until next time, stay safe, stay real, and stay a little mindless.